Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another weekly forecast. And the previous week, we go through that. It did catch us off guard. It was a pretty tough week, to be honest, just with all the consolidation we were getting and a lot of, uh, we had a lot of play on the mindset itself, where we were thinking that, you know, when we have these sort of big drops or, liquidation events or big impulse moves up, what mainly happens as a retail mindset is we always want to find the reversal, right? So when price is obviously what was going on last week is price was going down, everyone is finding places to buy because they're thinking that, yeah, it's going to go up from here, it's going to go up from here, and then we're going to go back up towards this area. But what I tended, I've seen that a lot last week. But the way I was looking at it is just find your certain key areas in the market, right? Like certain highs. And then if those highs break, then you could say that, okay, we could have some sort of trend reversal. But what I was seeing last week was still seeing, lower lows and lower highs every time, even sometimes equal highs as we had here. We had some sort of liquidity collection here with those two highs over here. But then what happened on the lows is price then pushed lower and then came back up, retraced, and then it was at a lower price point to go even lower. And then we had a lower high here to basically spike lower here. And now we're within this area here. So very interesting week. If you followed it, fantastic. If you managed to, follow the moves and get those sells in, you would have had an amazing week from there. But now let's see what next week will provide. So looking at the weekly, right, we've kind of made some sort of like double top here. I know it's not the cleanest because we still got some sort of imbalance within this zone. I'll undo that there. But we've had a big fat bearish engulfing weekly candle. Okay, now looking on the daily, with from weekly open, price basically dropped all the way down and it's hitting some sort of support here, but we've also got this whole chunk of area where no candle has been. So I'll be expecting price to at least pop into this area, either next week or maybe a few weeks after. Because if we start to drop down on the 4 hour, so this is all I do is top to bottom analysis. And then once I've done that top to bottom analysis, I then top down, sorry, that's the word for it. I then start getting my zones out and start monitoring these areas. So look, prices come into a certain area, certain sort of support area after a few little spikes, and it's kind of rejecting this area. So what I'll be expecting is for some sort of retracement now after this, unless we get, a straight move down on Monday. So it'd be a good thing to watch on Monday, right? So Monday, I'd like to see what happens. We could start seeing now price pop down a little bit more, right? But what I'd like to see is price to either retrace back up towards like the 1950s, or even like pop some of these highs, right? These previous areas, just to get the weekly high in place. And then if we do get that, what we could start to see is price, start falling back down into this area. We've got this area here at 1915 where price has not popped below. It touched this a few times. So we could have some sort of liquidity below this area where there might be some FEG. I haven't looked into there, but there could be some imbalance. And this could be a good area to start to see some sort of, bounce back for the buyers to step back in, for price to go back towards the upside again. But you guys, it's very hard. You got to cut me some slack as well, just because I can't really predict the market, 24/7. Very hard to see, what the next week will bring with everything that's going on within the world. Obviously, you got the Russia stuff, you got the inflation stuff, and a lot of stuff are going on, which is very hard to predict. So we must take it step by step. And this is what I say to all the VIP members as well. Guys, just take it step by step. See what happens in the next hour. See what happens in the next day. Because I get a lot of questions, saying, oh, is gold going to go up now? Is gold going to go down? I'm like, okay, from what I see, right? From what I see, say from this area, we could see some sort of movement up, but it's very hard to predict when exactly this move is going to happen, right? So we have to take it step by step. So if we see gold push up towards this area, right, just below the previous high, then what we could say that, okay, we could see some sort of retracement here, and then gold needs to make a decision whether it wants to move up or whether it wants to continue back down to make a lower low. But then if we start to see this high break, right, with price pushing past these two levels, then what does that look like? So to some people, it might look like a great place to sell, but to some people, it might look like, whoa, okay, price is starting to look a bit bullish. What we could see is we could see some sort of retracement here for price to push higher and, you know, make some sort of higher high, higher low, and retrace back to this area here where the previous weekly open wasn't retested. So you guys got to take it step by step. When you start asking this sort of stuff on whether it's going to go up and go down, we can't really predict whether it start moving. We have a great idea that, okay, price could slow down around this area, which is why I got this red box marked here. You can see on the left sort of support, which we had, and we're starting to get some sort of rejection here. So it's a bit of a different sort of weekly forecast, because I want to do some sort of education as well to help a lot of the free people, you know, help a lot of the subscribers and the free members who are not in the VIP and getting this. I would like to educate you guys as well. So if you do find this sort of education interesting, you know, leave a like, leave a comment on what you want me to quickly talk about during the next few forecasts, and be sure to, like, you know, hit that description. We got the free channel there. We got a VIP channel there as well, where I share my entries and also share my strategy as well. So yeah, quick summary again on what I'll be looking for is on the weekly forecast. What we could see is I would like to see some sort of retracement towards the upside here, maybe at the start of the week is what I'm hoping for. Is some sort of pullback here, take some sort of highs, probably to highs at 47, even 50. And then to keep this sort of downtrending structure intact, we could see price start to push back towards, you know, the 1920 areas, 1919, sorry, 1919, to then either make a decision whether we'll push up or pop back into this area. But it's very hard to tell whether this will all happen this week. So because, you know, it's not as clear as light and day, but 1915 should be revisited. So I'll be waiting nicely within this area to start looking for some buy opportunities if we do pop into this area here, and placing a stop loss below this low, just to get some sort of pips out of the market. The other scenario again is if we do push, just be careful if you have any positions here, because what we could do is we could continue pushing right towards this downside first. Okay, and then this is where, okay, we could start seeing some sort of move like this. Okay, so just be wary on where we start on with the week. Are we going to get some sort of bullish first 2 days and then the rest of the week bearish, or are we going to get the first 2-3 days bearish and then the rest of the week collecting all of that liquidity as a reversal? So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. It's been Elite Empire FX. Peace out.